Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go.
Good morning, y'all. I am super excited this morning. How you doing, Vanessa?
I'm a little tired. How are you?
A little tired? I feel good. This light is a little bright on me, so let me see if I can dim it down for you guys.
Glowing today.
Dude, listen, I want to get right into it. Happy Cinco de Mayo Day. But more importantly, man, today's episode is super special. We have someone, and I'm going to bring him to the stage right after this, but we have our first ever guest here on Coffee Chat. Vanessa, I know you're excited. I'm excited. The people watching are excited. To be honest, man, this is someone who's been in our comments and supporting us from day one when we first started the show, helping us every single way of like during our Caps and Kicks segment. And we've been dying to get him on here for the longest, and we felt like this was the perfect time. Vanessa, do you want to say anything before we bring our first ever guest to the stage?
I think you said it all, but this is big for us. For having our first guest, we couldn't have it any other way, especially with this person. And we appreciate him so much. So this is going to be a fun one for us.
I'm super excited. All right, let's bring him to the stage, y'all. My boy, Gentleman Soul. Good morning. How are you doing today?
How you guys doing? I'm good. How you guys doing? I'm excited.
I'm doing pretty good, man. I like that Chicago Cubs you got on your head right now.
Figured I had to represent the city, you know.
Of course, you know, it was only right that I put a nice little old school Kanye on the flyer. One of my favorite songs. I felt like it went perfect with the person that we're gonna be having on, the flyest dude out there.
I appreciate
it, man.
that.
No, man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you joining us, waking up early.
Yes.
You know, having some coffee, talking hats, kicks, and a little bit of shop talk, man.
Hey, this is the way to start the week. You guys is how I start my week every week. So thank you for letting me be on here with you guys.
I appreciate that. Vanessa, you got anything you want to add?
Nope. Oh, look at that T-shirt right there. Gentleman Soul.
I like that.
Yeah.
So
really
this
quick, is a little T-shirt.
Yeah, talk about it. Talk about it.
It's nothing. He said.
This is just so like I got some coming for you guys, the whole team, but this is what why I've been delayed. We've created our own shirt, so this is a completely cut and sew design from me, from scratch to cut. It's a distressed heavyweight tee. Everyone thought it was a sweater when I handed it to them, but it's that heavy, but it's light at the same time. So this will be like the official tee that I use to print everything on going forward.
I like that. I'm a big like because I'm a big dude. I like shirts like that. They fit way better.
They fit better. They feel, but even like the smaller sizes that I had people test, they're like, oh man, it doesn't feel too heavy.
Yeah,
like it feels like it's heavy in hand, but when you put it on, it's like still cool enough to wear in the summertime. So,
well, I'm excited. Venice said it best. We have the man, the myth, the legend, here with us today. I'm super excited. I mean, like, the faster we get started, the faster it is that the show's gonna end, and it's kind of like I don't want that. But yeah, I mean, listen, let's get into it. I have the slides up and ready. We got the layout ready. And of course, our first slide is our introduction slide, Coffee Chat episode 18. You can see there I got a little special guest there for Gentlemen. So Vanessa, you want to open up for us?
Yeah, I could do that. So good morning, everyone. Welcome to Coffee Chat episode 18. This segment is from Caps and Curveballs, brought to you by your host, the one and only Vanessa, and everyone's big bro, and our special guest, Kenneth, or Gentlemen. So let's get into it.
Yeah, and actually, let's get you right here in the middle, because you're the man of the show. Let's get in. All right, so if you guys don't know, every week we do hats of the week, and of course I chose 3 beautiful hats this week. And I'm glad Kenneth is here because we get to hear what he's got to say about the hats. So the first slide, I got our boy Zazie, him and Rhino cooked up this beautiful hat. I don't have a store up there because it says available. And I went all over their IG and I couldn't find where exactly they released, what store. If Jordan's in the comments, which he is, he will let us know where it was released. But this was a beautiful hat, man. I love the Seattle script, the metallic dancing, and the apple, man. It's funny because I just started doing mock-ups and stuff, and I saw that apple, and I was like, I've never seen it done before. Now I have. Now I know what it looks like, and you know,
88 caps unlimited.
80 caps unlimited.
Yeah, he does the Z pins.
What do you guys think about this hat, man? I mean, this was one of my favorites that released this week.
I like this hat, especially that side patch. I mean, I haven't seen anybody really use it, and the hook behind it and all that stuff. I don't know much about anime, but when he explained why he did what he did, it just
was
went.
Like to me, huh?
Yeah.
I like that script a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't have a Seattle hat, but now I'm looking like I think this is one I may need. I like, and that side patches. Okay, this is different now. I like this.
Yeah, the script is so different, man. I mean, I like to see different scripts. Like we've seen the Diamondbacks, we're seeing, different logos get unlocked, and it's pretty dope. It's good for the hat community. But yeah, this was
the colors. Yeah, I was gonna say the crown and the brim, they just kind of go together.
Yeah, he did a really good job with this, man. I usually do like sleepers of the week, but I don't think any of my hats that I chose this week are sleepers. I mean, this hat, he brought it on the show a couple weeks ago on Thursday. And this one wasn't a sleeper to me. I think we made people aware of this hat, and I'm more than sure this sold out. Jordan, you can let us know in the comments.
Didn't Jordan have this hat on?
Yes, Jordan did have this hat on.
And I know that some people on our team picked it up as well.
Oh yeah, this is nice.
Yeah, it's a good hat. Are you checking right now to see if it's sold out, Vanessa?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
She's always on it. Shout out to Zazie. Shout out to Rhino. He's doing a great pack with like Brazil, the Brazil pack. Go ahead and check out the episode because he goes into depth on the hats towards the end. So shout out to them boys and what they've been, Rhino's been doing this for a minute now. And Zazie has his clothing line as well.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know if you noticed that, but he has a pretty cool clothing line. Check it. You guys should check him out, man.
So this hat has a few sizes.
Okay.
7/1/4 is available. 7/1/2, 7/3/4, and 8.
Okay.
3/4.
Okay. Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah. Let's go look.
Yep.
Maybe
it's on there.
shopping live today. Maybe some live shopping today.
Live shopping today. I like that. Listen, this was one of my first hats. I have a morning show too. Yes, Teddy. Welcome to the morning show. Excited to have you here. All right, let's get into the next slide here. The next slide is a pack. It's a 2-pack from DPM, Banger Brims and Hat Bodega. I swear to you, man, this pack right here, just this beef and broccoli Yankee, amazing. Banger hit me up 3 weeks ago to get me early access to this, and I did bad just because. Listen, man, I gotta put my money in certain places, and this one I really wanted, but I had to hold back just financially, not because I didn't like it at all. And this one right here, man, he did such a good job in this Boston. Hat Bodega with this Boston. The colors they did. I don't know if they sat together and mocked it up or if they had different mock-ups that DPM said, hey, these two would fit perfectly together. If that was the case, shout out to DPM. These hats together in this pack are one of my hats, my pack of the week. It's an amazing pack, man. I love them.
This is just, I'm speechless on this one. Like, look, I'm from that age of when you see like with the beef and broccoli Tims, everything beef and broccoli, like I buy.
Okay.
Yankee hat. With the poker chip. Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, this releases today.
But it's only in store, right?
I don't know. Is it only in store? Let me check their Instagram. I'm sorry.
I'll
get it. I want you guys to talk about the hat.
I would say my favorite out of these two would probably be the Yankees. The Boston's cool, like don't get me wrong. But something about the Yankees, I'm just gravitating more to it. I don't know if it's the poker chip or just those colors go well together. But that would probably be my favorite out of the pack.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean,
in store at 11, then online at 2, I believe. So what Just said.
I will be online because I need both of these. I mean, I only own one Boston hat because even though I'm from Chicago, I'm a Yankee fan.
Okay.
I can't wear Red Sox anything. My brother's a Red Sox fan. And he came over yesterday and he found my Boston hat. He's like, what are you doing with this? But this one would probably have to be my second one.
Yeah, this is a good pack right here. I like the for me personally, what I've been liking with the hats is, nice, simple, dark color with a simple, two-tone crown, like the navy with the black. That Boston, it's just simple but clean. Like you can look at the patchwork and enjoy the metallics. You can enjoy the threading on the patchwork a lot more when you got a simpler colored crown. And metallic copper, I just don't see anything better. Even when I mock up, like, I try to put different threads together, and I've been reverting to copper, and I'm just like, it just makes life easier.
Something about that metallic copper.
And listen,
I can wear with these hats.
Say that again. Say that again.
I'm just thinking about all the shoes that I can wear with these hats. This is.
I'm more than I'm more than sure you got a lot of shoes that you can put together with this.
I'm going through my head right now. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do
Is
that.
that okay? So I'm glad you bring that up. Is that something that when you get your hats? I know we speak about it all the time, and I know you mentioned you're still sneakers and clothes first. But I like that you mentioned when you're buying a hat, you're also thinking about, all right, what kicks am I going to put with this hat to make that decision? Do you ever not buy a hat because you feel like, damn, I don't have the right kicks to wear with the hat? Because
I was
eventually you'll get it, right?
ask that because I feel like he got a bunch of kicks, so he can't ever say
No,
I
but
don't have kicks to match that.
I exactly, and that's really why I wanted to ask that, because it's like, there's gotta be reasons why you say no to hats.
Only reason I'll say no to a hat is pretty much the team or the color.
Okay.
And like for instance, I will never buy a Houston Astro hat. I just can't.
Never.
It's
it because of the scandal?
Yes, it's all because of the scandal. That's why. And I love there's a bunch of Astros that drop them like, man, I want that. Somebody else make another hat in that color.
Put another team logo with that color.
Correct. It's mine. But I'll buy it and then I'm like, I have a shoe maybe, or I'll eventually get a shoe. The same thing with shoes. I'll buy them. Like I'll get something eventually that I'll wear with it. That's why I don't wear anything right away.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I haven't wore anything new yet. I got my New Balances that I wear to work every day, and I'm like, I'm out here in Cali, don't go out as I used to in New York. So I got a lot of stuff just sitting, not doing nothing. All right, listen, we're talking about metallics. We're talking about why we say no to hats. But back to the metallic, the copper. Metallic copper. And the next slide has a lot of metallic copper. And this was definitely another pack and my favorite hats of this week that came out on Monday. Listen, I couldn't choose one hat. All right. And that's why I put the whole pack up here. Cappy did a really good job with this pack. And, the last pack he did with Dothan, with the naturals, he did another St. Louis. He did a trucker hat on that. This one was
2 trucker hats on that one.
Yeah, he had like a Cincinnati on that one. This one right here, this pack, in my opinion, is just next level. And I feel like I like it more just because it's not just St. Louis hats. My favorite is the Milwaukee. I did get the Milwaukee. The Braves, the DIY logos are not my favorite, but the way he just put the colors together on the hat. This Atlanta was amazing. The Mets I have these hats in person. They're in the trunk of the car getting ready to get shipped to the team, so I can't show you all the hats. But these hats, like in person, are just next level. I think Chosen said it best, epic pack. It was an epic pack in my opinion. What do you guys think? And yeah, share your thoughts.
Go ahead, Kenneth.
I even DM Cappy. I was like, one day I'll be able to get one of your hats. Every time he drops a pack, it's like a movie. It's like a movie I can't get a ticket to. I'm like, I keep trying, and my size is never. I came close to just buying sizes just to have the hats.
Oh wow!
Because they had all small
says a
sizes.
lot.
Because I've done that, like, because my boys have got into it. So, which they love it because they make fun of me because they'll have the hat and they'll wear it around the house because I obviously can't fit it. And just that's how good this pack was. But I was like, I wanted to wear it. And I was like,
yeah.
And I was like, I can't be jealous of my sons again because I would be because I did that with a couple 95. So it's like I'm not doing that again to myself. Yeah. But this entire pack, I wanted every hat. There's not. Listen. Exactly, Jess. I'm gonna need that assist next time because I'm like, this is crazy. I was like, I can't get a Cappy hat every time I go in. My side's gone. Like on
What
all the
size are
hats
you?
as soon as I sign in. I buy 3/4, but I'll
Oh.
buy a 5/8 to squeeze into.
Yeah,
And sometimes I get
that's two
desperate, I'll
people
even
on
buy the
our
7/8.
that's two people on the team here. So I think the next one we got you. Trust me, we got you.
I'm like, when he posted, I was like, is he serious? Like, really? You did this? A whole pack?
That's it. No, yeah, it's a good pack. That it's a really good pack, man.
Man.
Vanessa, what do you think?
Hold on, I'm gonna grab another hat. This Mexico is squeezing my dome piece this morning.
Oh, okay. You're just
I had
switching
this.
hats. Okay.
Sorry.
She's showing
This
off, y'all.
no.
I know.
Now look at my head. Look at how tight that is.
Yo, I'm crying. That hat was not letting Vanessa think right.
I don't know. I was like, for a second, I'm like, yeah, I can't keep wearing this.
I was wondering why she was leaning back. She kept leaning back and moving.
She was so
Um,
uncomfortable.
Hell yeah. It's because this is a smaller hat and I stretched it out, but it didn't stretch out enough.
You got to send it to Malvin. I hear he's like the king at that.
Pause. Anyways,
Oh my god.
when it comes to this pack, it's a great pack. Whenever Cappy makes hats, it's just, especially the last pack, my favorite is of course the Naturals, which is the one I picked up. This one, I love that Milwaukee. I'm not really a fan of the Ransom, but the Cardinals is dope. The Braves, you know, like we always say, if we had money to do a lot of things, I would just buy them just because of how well they were done. The Mets is super dope. The only thing for me, I don't like, if maybe the crown was a different color, not the red. Maybe it was something different. I would have been for sure picking that one up.
Yeah. Listen, you guys know that we love hats here, and we always have good things to say about hats. These three hats that I showed today, they were just done so well, and it makes me happy because every week you would think, all right, you literally sit and you say, all right, what's coming out next? And our people in the community coming out with hats. Shout out to Cappy, shout out to Banger Brims, Hat Bodega, shout out to Zazie. They're doing good work, man. Those are the three hats of the week. And I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you got your hands on it, you know, kudos to you. If you didn't, there's always the reason why I started. There's always a hat that's going to come out that's really good. So don't feel bad. This is to encourage you to say, hey, listen, you know.
Did he do a pre-order on one of these?
No, he didn't do it. Or did he do a pre-order? I don't think so. I don't think he was able to.
Let me see. I think one of them, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to look it up right now.
I just went on Dothan's page and didn't see anything.
I know when I went on Thursday, there was some small sizes for hats, but then when we looked again, by the end of the show, it was already sold out.
Yeah, I don't think so. Just because they had like deadline to put orders in on the 3rd, so I doubt it very much.
So the Dodger is still available.
Okay.
But it's small.
The Dodger is still available?
6, 7, 8 to 7. The Braves is still available, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same. 6, 7, 8 to 7.
You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hats, and there's, you know, handful of sizes left. That says a lot, man.
Yeah.
Close to selling out 6 hats in one drop. That's not easy to do. So shout out to Cappy. Shout out Promich Dothan for giving him the opportunity to drop 6 hats with them, you know.
Cappy's the man.
Yeah, he is. Well, listen, y'all. I think when it comes down to hats, you know, we talk about hats a lot. But my favorite thing about this show is we get to talk about sneakers. And you know, I think this week was very special because Vanessa and I stood out the way of this week's Caps and Kicks. And Gentleman Soul here got us 6 fire kicks. Had to do my research, and I'm well aware of every shoe that he spoke about. So I don't know if he was trying to trick me this week, but I'm ready. I got my notes. Picked 6 great shoes. So let's get to the first slide of caps and kicks this week.
I tried not to look at them because I know he sent them, so I wanted to make sure we had them for the slides. But I was like, let me not look so I can have a real reaction.
Hey, listen, he picked some really good shoes this week. So with that being said, Kenneth, this segment is yours. You're leading the way. We're talking. You're talking about the shoes, and you're asking our opinions on the shoes. Right. So let's get right to it, man. Let us know what you got on the screen here.
With that Air Max 1, the Grand Piano.
Yes, sir.
Originally dropped in 2009, so Nike is bringing them back today, actually. So I think they dropped in like an hour today. So this was a shoe I missed out on in 2009. You're gonna see that theme. You're gonna see that recurring theme.
Yes, there's a couple shoes on here.
This is something I missed out on 2009.
Remember that you missed out in 2009. So is this something you're really trying to get today?
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm ready. 2 sneakers accounts on 2 different phones ready.
Oh wow.
We're ready. And even if I'm hoping like if I miss it, the resale isn't too crazy. Because this one has to come home. This is
a good one. And they have like
I don't know what you guys thought about it.
I was doing research. I found out they have like a family only with like I think a handful of shoes with I think the difference in them in like the eyelids or something like that.
Correct. Yeah.
Listen, this shoe right here, patent leather on a Air Max 1. I've never seen in person. Right. My favorite thing about the Air Max 1 is the suede / nubuck, whatever you want to call it. So I would love to see these in person in hand. I do like the subtle hints of pink. I know you like pink. I like pink as well. And I like what they said here. It looks like the Saints colors on the slick. Yeah. Listen, this is a really, really clean shoe here. The only thing I want to see in person is the patent leather on the ones. I've never owned a pair of Air Max 1s with patent leather.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have either, actually, now I'm thinking about it.
Because the patent leather can be tricky.
Correct.
Creasing, that stuff matters.
It can look like one of those, what's that place? Men's Warehouse where you rent the tuxedo shoes.
No.
Like that.
Something like that. And the reason why I bring up the creasing is I feel like everyone else's creases are kind of similar. I feel like for me, my crease is always different on my shoe, and it pisses me off because I'm like, all right, why is that crease there? I never seen anybody wear a shoe and they got a crease there. Why does my crease happen there? So I'm big on the creases. I think it's my feet. I don't know.
It must be your feet.
That's funny, huh?
That's what you think about these.
I think they're dope, but it's not for me. Just because I don't like the shininess on shoes. That's just my preference.
Got you. No, I mean, yeah, it's. But see, I'm the opposite. It's weird. I used to be like that. I used to do the duck walk when I was younger. That I didn't want my shoes to crease. Now I'm like, crease them. I don't care.
No,
like,
yeah. I just
want
want them to crease in the right spot. That's it.
I know what you mean. Yeah. I used to be like the old white Air Force Ones. I get like this funky crease, and they'd be like, "What? Where did this come from?"
Yeah.
It's like I don't even remember stepping in that area.
Yeah. I like these shoes, man. I mean, I like that Nike's bringing shoes back that are from back in the day. I know you have another pair on here. I think I have it on the next slide. And to be honest, man, it's nostalgic, right? You see this shoe, literally the first thing you said is like, this came out in 2009. I'm not trying to miss this year. Nah. It's been a long time. 2009 was a while back. I think I won my football state championship in 2009. Like that was a long time ago.
Like I said, you're gonna see a recurring theme.
It's a good shoe, man. Like I said, I just want to see the patent leather in person. But I really hope you get it. And if we're live, don't worry if you got to go focus on that.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully we'll be off by then.
No. You guys are the focus. Don't worry. I'm gonna get them. We're gonna let's keep this into fruition. I'm gonna get them. They're coming home. I'm not missing this time.
What's the next?
What? Yeah.
So the next one is another. I know you guys had a lot of these. The only pictures they have of them is overhead. But it's the New Balance 1000, but the ALD version of it that's coming out. This is the Teddy Santis special. He has another color too. There's a black one that popped up online.
Okay,
it popped up online after I sent you the slides, and I was like, I already six shoes. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. It's the seventh one. But the Joe Fresh Goods pairs just dropped a few weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
They dropped the black GR pair the week after that.
They're pushing these. I'm noticing that they're pushing these.
Like I said, all 1000s are coming home.
Yeah. Listen.
Yeah, I like that style.
I love the style of the 1000s because I do feel like it's different from what you normally see people when they wear New Balance. It's got its own vibe. Its own vibe. And I like it a lot. I like these shoes. I like the color. It's funny you said they got an all black pair. I always find myself with all black shoes all the time. Like there was one point in my collection.
Or is it because of preference? Is it because of work or is it a preference?
No, it's a. I don't even think it's a preference. Like I just always end up with the black OVOs out of the white OVOs. Black Fear of Gods out of all the other color Fear of Gods. Those are the ones I hit. It's just by what I hit, it comes to me. Like it's not like it's if hit or miss, right, on all these shoes. But the only ones I hit on are the all black ones. What the hell is happening here? But I take them, I wear them. And those are my favorite, and I know how to take care of a pair of black shoes, man. I tell you that much.
I mean, at least you're hitting, right? I don't hit at all, so.
I mean, you got to have some black pairs in the mix. You got to be able to. Because I'm aging myself. Like I can't wear like dress shoes anymore. So I wear sneakers everywhere. Like literally everywhere. I wear sneakers.
Listen,
so.
I know where you're coming from. I know where you're coming from. And it's so funny because shout out to my grandfather. His birthday was May 2nd. So for his funeral, I wore my black OVO 8s. And it's like so subtle. You will never know that I got 8s on, OVOs on. Yeah. You won't know. And that's what I love about black shoes too. Is like you could have heat. And if you don't know, you will not. It just look like a pair of black shoes. That's it.
But you always like when you make eye contact with that one person in the room and they give you that nod, you're like,
it's so funny.
You know.
It's so funny.
That's funny. I like this colorway though. It's simple. You can do a lot of things with this one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the black pair is pretty. It popped up like right after I sent these out to you, but like I'm loving that they brought the 1000 back. So I'm aging myself here again. See, it originally came out when I was in high school.
Yeah.
And like I said, in high school, I wore the Jordans, Air Max, but I also wore Asics, Adidas, New Balance, Vans. And the kids used to be like, "Why are you wearing weird shoes today?"
Yeah.
How I laugh because when I go into these stores, these same people who were just wearing Jordans are now buying New Balances and Asics. I hope you guys don't hear that.
No, you're fine.
Okay. They're collecting garbage. So, but now everybody's buying these shoes. Like when I was in New York a few weeks ago, I was in the New Balance store and I'm looking at everyone's feet. Everyone had on Jordans, but everyone's there to buy New Balances.
Yeah.
That's always dope. And I'm like, good. Everyone's getting their shine like they should.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you, Kenneth. Do you have any sneakers, like since you've been collecting for so long, do you have sneakers from back then that you used to have in your collection?
No. So I look at myself as not collecting because a shoe, if I don't wear a shoe for a while, or if there's like for example, like when the Air Max 1 Blue Big Bubble came out. So I had 2 pair of anniversaries that one I had worn and one is still new. And I sold one on eBay, even though it's still in good condition, because I knew I had a big bubble to replace it. But I sell it at like a loss. So I either will sell it or I'll give it away. Like I've donated shoes. Here in Chicago, CPS has a thing for kids who have bigger feet. And I've donated like hundreds of pairs of shoes just as like I'm not gonna wear them. So
yeah.
So like my old shoes, I like rotate them out.
Okay.
Because I like to wear everything. So if a shoe becomes unwearable, then there's no good for me.
Yeah, yeah. That's pretty cool. Is it you're like donating shoes says a lot. It takes a lot too, right? Because you buy them and you're like, you know, it means something to you, and when you see them, it means something to you, right?
Right.
I think that's so cool that you can you know wake up and say, you know what, someone out there will benefit off of this more than I can right now because I'm not doing nothing with the shoe. I've actually done that. I've done that before, and I think I went through. It was right before I was moving to Cali. I gave away a lot of my collection, and one, obviously, I couldn't take everything with me, and then two, it was just like it was a part of me, you know, letting go some of the things from, you know, when you want to grow and move on. Like sometimes you look at things and you're like, all right, this is something that was a part of my life in back then. And it felt good, man. It felt good to give away a whole bunch of shoes and not ask for anything out of it. You know,
correct,
like just giving. That was awesome. And the person who got them, you know, I know in that moment they needed it more than me. So that's cool, man. That's a cool story to share.
But it's funny though.
I'll
go ahead. I'm sorry, Vanessa.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say I gave away one shoe, and then I saw the guy posted on eBay to sell it. I'm like,
oh no!
I'm like, whatever. You can do what you want. I'm like, you can do what you want. I was just like, I gave you this shoe because it was a limited New Balance that he did with Packer shoes. Sorry about the little head that popped up.
No, you're fine. They want to say hi to the camera.
They're trying to be on. They're trying to wait.
Yeah, tell them to come on.
Want to say hi?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
That's one of my young sneakerheads.
Okay.
But then he sold the shoe on eBay because I saw the listing and I'm like, I know that's my shoe because the way the insole was. And I'm like, I knew that was my shoe. I switched the insoles in that shoe. I'm like, whatever, it's your shoe. Do what you want.
Yeah. I haven't had that happen to me, so now I gotta be aware.
Me either. That
you were gonna say something. You were gonna say something, Vanessa. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say that's funny. We have similar stories about sneakers. Is that when I went to school, you know, I left all my collection at home. I didn't bring them to school with me. You know, I didn't know who I was gonna room with. You know, I brought, you know, at least 5 and nothing too crazy. But when I moved to Florida, I got rid of a lot of my sneakers. I just gave them away. Like, you know, you're gonna appreciate these more. They're just sitting there. Correct. So it's cool that, you know, we have the similar story of giving it to someone that's gonna appreciate it more, or, you know, even rock them. I had sneakers I wore one time, and I'm like, you know, someone's gonna appreciate this more, and I'm just not gonna wear them anymore. And there's only so much I can fit to go in a suitcase to go somewhere else.
Right. Yeah.
Wow. Listen, man, sneakers are pretty cool, man. I remember, you know, watching movies, like sneakers always was a thing. Like to even just to tie them. You see someone tie it, and it meant so much in that scene, right? But listen, man, we can talk about this all day.
Yeah.
this is I'm so happy you're here, man. This is awesome. And I know you're bringing back some old shoes that are re-releasing, but I see here you got a new shoe on the slide. I see it's a Puma. I know who that is. Tell us about it.
So these are the Mellow Ball and Kid. What's his name? Kid, the designer. Kid Super. These are the Kid Super LaMelo Ball. So I put this one on because I knew you guys showed the lifestyle shoe last week that he has, the all red one, and it was like funny that the basketball shoe is actually done with a designer, which I thought was dope.
Yes,
because Kid Super is actually doing a lot with Puma right now. It's like his 5th or 6th shoe, like within the last month.
Yeah.
And so it's pink. I like pink, but it's a basketball shoe, and I know it's summertime, so I figure why not put a couple basketball shoes out here and see what everyone thinks.
Cool.
Vanessa, I don't know. This shoe right here, man, I would love to rock on the court. I don't know. What do you feel, Vanessa?
Well, I mean, I don't play, so I'll rock them sitting on the bench, but
she's a coach. All right.
Yeah.
She was born to be a coach.
Hey, Vanessa, I'm rocking them on the bench at the basketball game, watching. I don't play no more.
Yeah.
I tell you right now, man, the way my knee's feeling, I'm not playing no basketball anymore. Shoot, I play baseball now. My knees I'm like, yeah, this is over for me. But this shoe right here, I really like the shoe. And like you said, the designer making coming together and making a basketball shoe is so cool because when you look at these, you don't realize how big these companies are. Like Puma, like they're not charging designer prices. This
Right.
shoe varies from $50 to $160 depending on the size, or if it's a kid's shoe or not. I think those opportunities to bring designers, and we spoke about it last week, to bring that to the sneaker community where it's more affordable and you can say I have a designer name shoe collabed on there. I think that means more than the colorway of the shoe, you know what I'm saying? Or that means a lot, especially to those kids who want designer shoes. You know, you got to look at it from that perspective. That's the perspective I look at it from. And I just love that they're making these collabs.
Yeah, I'm with you. The shoes are being expensive. Everyone can't afford everything.
Yeah.
But you can get a Melo Ball's a young, good player in the NBA with the designer from a dope looking sneaker. Nobody can tell you anything. Now, your game doesn't matter. It's okay. You still look fresh while you're doing it. So that's all. Always look fresh.
And people are gonna make fun of you because they're not the designer shoe that everyone else is wearing, right? But you always have to stick up for yourself, man, and be different. And when you get older, you realize that is more of a thing than when you're in school and everyone wants to be the same or have what they think is the it in that moment. So. Yeah. To the kids watching.
So are you picking these up, Kenneth, for your little ones?
Oh yeah, we're all gonna have them. Yeah, these.
He said, "Oh yeah, don't worry about it. We're all gonna have."
The other reason why, that one brand I never wore was Puma. My sons
really? You like the old school Pumas? Because my dad was a big Puma guy.
Yeah, Puma Clydes. I used to love them, but I was like, I don't know, I can't wear them. And then,
my dad was a skinnier dude, so he didn't have to deal with the. Like I'm a big dude, so I understand. I understand.
I can't do them until I finally wore a pair. And it's because of my sons. Like they liked, the first two brands they really liked were New Balance and Puma.
Okay.
Which I was like, okay, it's weird, but okay, that's fine. And then Puma had the Pokemon collaborations and all that. So that's why they got them into Puma. And so they got me, and my youngest was like, you don't have a pair of Pumas to wear with me. So then I went and bought a pair of Pumas, and I've been buying Pumas since. So,
hey Kenneth, you know what I hear there? I hear that kids are expensive. Your son hits you with the hey, you not wearing Pumas with me. And as a dad, I can see myself in that moment, like, damn, I have to get a pair of Pumas because my kid wants me to wear a pair of Pumas. Right. But damn, that means every shoe I gotta get so we can match all the time.
Yeah, but you gotta see it as, yes, kids are expensive. I will feel like kids are expensive, but I feel like Kenneth created the little monsters of shoe collectors, right? And they wearing the fitteds too. They're collecting. So when you create them, it's hard to say no.
Yeah,
I can't. It's funny. I can't say no because I'm like, yeah, you're right. I need them, and sometimes I'll buy a shoe and I'm like, why did I buy this again? And I'm like, oh, that's right. He wanted me to have this shoe. So, like they literally watch my boxes, like my wife does. They're like, is that for me? Is that our shoes? I'm like, yours is coming.
That's
so
ordering
cool.
Them
right there because he forgot about them. He's probably like, damn.
Exactly. I'm literally like, oh look, see here, they'll be here in like 2 days. There you go.
That's so funny. I think that's so cool, man. You know, that's pretty cool. I like that. Listen, this slide was good. All right. I really like this slide. But there's more shoes. There's more shoes that Kenneth brought. All right. It wasn't just these 3. And if we get over to this next slide right here, we got a couple more, some basketball shoes. We got some, I didn't expect some Air Force Ones from you. You feel me? But I know you're going to explain yourself on these because I did my research on them. So whichever shoe you want to talk about first, let's get to it.
All right, we'll start in the middle. The Nike Air Terra Humara. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I just think it's dope. Nike, like I said, I think Nike realized that I haven't been buying Nikes for a while, so they were like, this year we're gonna make them buy Nikes again because they brought back like every old shoe that I used to buy and wanted. So when they dropped the undefeated pack, which I'm missing 3 of the 4, so if anybody knows about a 13 or 12 out there at a good price, let me know. I want these are like the 1000s, New Balance 1000. Like these all have to come home.
Yeah.
And I saw this colorway. I was like,
this colorway is dope.
As soon as I seen it right now on this slide, I'm like, yo, these are it.
Yeah.
This is I'll pick up.
I just literally put on some Dipset and Cameron because I was like, it's all pink. We're doing all pink now.
This is it right here. This is it. And these originally came out in 1997. These are it's so crazy. Yeah, you see this is a design from 1997, and it's still one that you can see that sneakerheads appreciate. This is and I think it came back in 2010.
Yeah, it was around. Yes, because that's when my first son was born. Yeah, around the same day.
Yeah. This listen, another Undefeated collab. I think Undefeated does great work. They do great work.
I had to get pulled out of that store when I was in New York, man. Why they had to pull me out the store? I was about to go crazy.
Yeah,
they just did sizes. I was like,
listen, man, you go to New York, they'll sell it to you. They don't care.
Yes.
They don't care what your budget is. If you sit there and they know you want it, they will try to get as much out of you as they can. Be careful.
I'm the perfect consumer for that. I'll figure out a way to put it on. I'll figure it out. I'll pop the insole if it's not my size.
I know that's when you're a real sneakerhead. Because I used to flip a lot of shoes growing up in New York, and the real sneakerheads that needed the shoe, they will pop an insole out. And for me, I'm like, dang, I like sneakers, but I never could find myself get to the point where I'm taking the insole out. And that's when I knew that was the difference between me and the next level sneakerhead. You feel me? Like I knew that was the next level, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to get to that level. I'm scared of who I would become. I would just get every shoe.
They never not have your size when you can pop out the insole.
Oh man, I used to have, my dad would tell me all the time, like, you're gonna get bunions on your feet if you wear a size too small, So like those kind of things, scared me, Listen, man, being a sneakerhead and being around sneakerheads will change your life for real.
Yes. Yeah.
Right now, just us talking, I'm already like, yo, I want to go look at sneakers and see what I'm gonna buy. I ain't buy nothing.
This is a good shoe. This is a really good shoe. I like this shoe, this colorway. Undefeated did their thing. Nike did their thing, bringing back some old school shoes that are really still good to the eye as far as designing in 2024. Is that not crazy? 1997.
This is what they needed to have been giving us, to me, instead of giving us no disrespect to Travis Scott or anyone who likes his shoes, but I'm like tired of seeing Travis Scott shoes. I was tired of seeing the OVO shoes, which I like them. Don't get me wrong, I like them. But like, he kept giving celebrities a shoe that was already here. Why not go to the archives and give us the heat from the late 90s, early 90s, and give them that shoe to work with? So I like when they do it.
If you see Travis on this, you're gonna appreciate that more.
I appreciate it a little bit more.
Okay.
Just doing the Jordan 1, like even though he has his new shoe, his own shoe now.
Yeah.
Which to me, I'll save that opinion for another day.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's all right. But like if he did something like this, I'd be like, okay, you got me, Travis.
Okay. Yeah. I like that perspective. What else we got on this? Oh, go ahead, Vanessa.
Because with these shoes, he can put 3-4 different colors on this. And he's notorious for that tan with the brown.
It's like made for him.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Then we have the Stewie 3.0s. I figured put another basketball shoe.
Got Breonna Stewart's
favorite basketball players. I don't like to categorize favorite men's basketball players. She's one of my favorite basketball players. She had a dope shoe with Puma. I thought this was dope the way they unveiled it in Paris also. And it's WNBA season just kicked off this past weekend. So I figured why not have another basketball shoe that everyone can wear and enjoy that looks fresh, and that's a good shoe.
Yeah. This is a good shoe, man. I was doing research on this shoe, and I know she's got hints of 3 countries: Japan, Brazil, and Spain on this shoe. I think, a lot of these shoes, man, for these basketball players, they have meanings. These basketball players, they put a lot into going into playing and playing basketball and being focused every day, and what drives them every day. So some of these shoes, I like when they put a little bit of that stuff in there, because it helps pass that meaning down, and give people that little extra to go play ball and want to have a shoe where they can put their stuff on their shoes. So this is cool. I like the timing of it. Of course, women's basketball is starting. It's in the preseason. I have a coworker. She's a big basketball fan, and she's getting everybody like, hey, preseason started, because we always talk about sports at work, but we have 2 different coworkers who, one is a big MLS female soccer fan and WNBA, and this year, man, I'm making the thing to follow WNBA way better and way more than I did in the past. Shout out to Breonna Stewart and these Pumas, man. I like this orange. I'm a big fan of. It's like a peach. It's like a peach orange. I'm a big fan of it on kicks, on basketball kicks. I like it.
What I like about these sneakers is that they have colors that you wouldn't think they would go together, in my opinion. Right? They got that yellow with the blue, a darker blue or purplish, and then that salmon color. I think this is dope. This is a dope shoe.
Yeah. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, chosen Chicago Sky, baby. Here we go. We got Twin Towers now in Chicago.
I heard something about they didn't put their game on. They didn't. I
couldn't find it. I couldn't find their game when they played the other day. I was like, what's going on? Like, we're doing bad, Chicago. Even if it's not national, we're doing bad. I couldn't even find it.
Yeah, you guys. The game wasn't on.
You gotta have it local. That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, we did bad. We're doing bad. But this last shoe.
Talk about it.
This takes me back to Nike Talk days.
Nike Talk.
This shoe released in 2001 in Japan only.
Yes.
When I first saw this shoe on Nike Talk, so the shoe I probably
talk about Nike Talk really quick. Talk about Nike Talk and what Nike Talk is before you get into
Nike Talk. Was the blogs before the blogs. It was the way we connected to get sneakers. It was the sneaker community before Instagram, before everything. You wanted to get sneakers and get unreleased, or because back then Nike used to release things regional. So sometimes there was colorways that I wouldn't be able to get here in the Midwest region. I had to talk to somebody to help, assist me back then. So that's why like that game and assist is weird to me, because like people were asking for like, I have a story where I was trying to assist somebody with a hat and I wasn't charging them. They thought I was scamming them because I wasn't going to charge them anything. I was just going to get the hat. I was like, just send me back the money plus tax and that's it. They were like, no, you're scamming. I'm like, why am I scamming? But that's what we did in the sneaker community, and I still do to this day. Like, if I can find something that you need, let me get it for you. And that's what Nike Talk was. It gave us that platform to be able to connect with everyone around the US, even some around the world that love sneakers. Like,
that's dope.
Like, everybody liked shoes, but no one knew that there was a real community until like Nike Talk. And that's even where like Wale was. That's how a lot of us knew who Wale was before he was a rapper. He was in Nike Talk. Like, a lot of these like
that's cool.
Celebrities who were in the sneakers were in Nike Talk.
Wow.
Like,
that's history right there.
That's how this linen Air Force One, which a lot of people were only introduced to it when Fat Joe licked it on ESPN, because this is the shoe he licked. It came out in Japan only. It's the only way you can get it is go to Japan or have a connect in Japan. Back then, this is like when eBay was young and you didn't know if the shoe was real, but didn't know that fake shoes existed.
Yeah.
I had a chance to get one, but I wasn't sure if it was real or not, because I had a cousin who got burned on I forgot what Jordan 11 he got burned on eBay, early eBay days. And I was like,
that's tough.
I don't know. So I never pulled the trigger.
Okay.
And in 2016, Ronnie Feig brought him back at Kith. I was working for PayPal then, and I could not get out of this meeting to order a shoe. You talk about like it was a meeting actually like praising my team. I was so
He was
upset.
like, all right, yeah, hurry up, let's go.
I'm like, I don't care.
The worst time.
They were like, the other leadership was like, why aren't you happy about what your team? I have a shoe. I'm trying to get out of this. And then when I didn't get it, they were all sold out. And my team knew I appreciated everything they did because I took them to dinner. We were good. But I wasn't happy
in that moment
on the shoe. Like, they didn't understand. I was like 2001. I couldn't get it. 2006, 15 years later, I have a chance. And no, I didn't care. So now they're coming back.
Hey, you got. Listen,
one
1 for 3. 1 for 3 is a good batting average in baseball.
It is. I was about to say.
Okay, it's a really good batting average. All right, if you can get this 1 for 3, it's a great average right there.
June 13th, I'm letting everyone know I'm not working that day. I'm not talking to anyone that day. I'm buying 5 pairs. I'm going to tell
you right now. I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you get this shoe. June 13th. Retail 125. We got to get our hands on this.
5 pair.
Wow. What's the reason for 5 pairs? What's the reason?
Let me guess. 1 for everybody, and then 2 for you.
No. 5 pair for me. Like, this is just for me.
Oh, wow. I thought you was getting one for the kids too.
No.
Hey, that's how upset them dudes in the meeting got him. He's like, yeah, I got to make up for the last years.
Because I would have bought 2 pairs in 2016. I would have bought a pair in 2001. So that's 3 pairs. So I need 2 anyway. Yeah. This was a double up worthy shoe. So I got to have 5 pair.
It's an Air Force One. You have to, man.
I've already told the people, my people at stores, put aside a 13. I'll take a 12. I'll pop the insole out if I have to. It's 5 pair minimum.
Listen, I think Chosen Fitted said it best. What a legend we have on the show today. Listen, I think this is our legend in the sneaker community and caps and kicks and what we started here on Sunday Coffee Chat. Gentleman Soul has really taken this to the next level, man. I'm telling you, he has given us history today. He's given us knowledge. And this is like every week when you're in the comments helping us out. Like, dude, this is amazing. This show has been so much
this,
fun,
man.
and it's not over. We still got another segment.
Good. I wanted to.
Listen, this 2001 Nike Air Force One linen. It's a great shoe. I remember when Fat Joe licked the shoe, because then I started looking at my shoes and I said, "Damn, do I gotta lick my shoes too?" I remember that. I remember that. He's like Listen, man. Sneaker. It's so crazy when you think about sneaker history. It's really it's a long history. It's a long history, and when you talk about things like Nike Talk, eBay, these are things that were before Go, before what's the other one? StockX.
Yeah.
It was before all this stuff, right? It was before Sneaker News, Nice Kicks, before YouTube reviewers. You know what I'm saying? It was like that's history, and I'm glad that you brought that up here on the channel. It means a lot to speak about it, get our viewers excited. And yeah, man, that was dope. I appreciate that.
You gotta get you guys gotta get 2 pair minimum too. This everybody on the team should have at least 2 pairs. This is a must. I just need Nike to hear me out though. If anyone from Nike is listening, I need the same quality that you put on the Terror Squad Air Force Ones on these. Like I need that same quality. I'm not like
what do you think goes into that?
I don't know, because I don't know if you guys have seen that Terror Squad Air Force One or worn it. That leather, I don't know where they got that leather from. I don't know where they got it from.
It looks like a comfortable. Like I want that one. You got it.
I'm wearing it today, so I was like, just in case you were asking me what shoe I was going to wear today, this is the shoe. I was like, let me have it next to me.
That's clean. Look, that's the leather. That's the leather you're talking about. That's like the Jordan 1 leather. It's got to be.
Like I need them.
Because some Air Force ones, man, I'm like, yo, this is the cardboard on my brim. If I crease it the wrong way, it's over.
Right.
That's how I felt with the. I only own 1 pair of Air Force Ones, and it was the Drake's, the certified. And I kid you not, I put them on the day of my wedding. As soon as I put them on, it was like it was like if I grabbed the toe and bent it back already.
Yeah,
I was like, nah, this cannot be. Luckily, I'm only wearing for that day, but
the off-white Air Force Ones, I have the Brooklyn pair, the green ones.
Yeah,
I wore one time. It was like wearing a pair of white on white Air Force Ones.
Yeah, it's not good. If you're gonna do a collab, I need the top of the line leather. If I was the one in the collab, and I know Fat Joe and Terror Squad, they know about Air Force Ones, I need the best leather.
Correct.
I want my shoes to last. I don't want this to be a one and done shoe. One is already going to be limited, so people can't re-up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I need good leather. It's got to last. So I agree, man. Nike, if you're listening, we need good leather on this shoe.
I'm still buying 5 pair regardless, but I need good leather.
Listen, man, Kenneth, do you have anything else do you want to speak about your our caps and kicks today?
I appreciate this, and I'm glad I picked 6 shoes that you guys at least overall liked. I knew Vanessa wouldn't like the first 3. I was like, I knew though if I get her with these shoes, I was like, I got something for everybody that everyone likes. So,
no, it was good. It was good shoes right there. I mean, and if anyone missed it, this was the first slide right here. Great slide. We had some New Balances. We had Air Max 1s. The New Balance 1000s, and we had some Pumas by LaMelo Ball. And what was the designer's name again? I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Kid Super.
And then, of course, we had some more, another pair of Pumas with Brianna. Listen, good shoe right here. Of course, the Nikes in the middle, bringing them back from 1997. And our Air Force Ones, man. These were great shoes. I think you did a great job this week, and shout out to you. We'll clap it
Yep.
up. We got no tech guy to bring in the claps. I don't know where they exist on StreamYard, so I'm not even gonna look for them. But yeah, man. Kind of thank you so much for that sneaker segment.
Yes.
That was really dope. Some good talk there. Some good talk. And of course, listen, y'all, the show's not over. We always have our last segment where we talk shop. We love to talk shop here because that's just something that we do, man. We do that at work every day. I know we all have that one coworker that we like to chop it up and shoot the, you know. And what do we got this week, Vanessa? I think you got something for us.
So I'm not sure if everybody watched the fight last night with Canelo and Mujia. I know Jules didn't really see it. He saw the ending when they said who won.
I'm sorry. I was too busy prepping for the show and
It's
totally,
okay.
literally, I had my iPad and I'm like driving home from work. And I'm like, all right, when you get home, this is what I have to talk to myself like this. When you get home, you're gonna sit down. You're gonna do like if my dad's talking to me. You're gonna sit down. You're gonna work on the PowerPoint and have the Canelo fight on your left. Just worked on the PowerPoint. Forgot about the fight.
It was, I would say, in my opinion, when it comes to the fight, Canelo was just playing with him. Like he was just, there was many opportunities he could have just knocked him on his ass, and I don't feel like he didn't. And maybe it was more of a respect thing.
Did he get a knockdown? I thought he got a knockdown.
He got one, but he could have kept rolling on him.
Yeah.
Like there was a few times that there was a few times he would get him, and you could see he would just hold back. Like he just,
it's like even in the 11th, he had him. He caught him, and you could tell he was dazed. That he just stopped punching.
Yep, he stopped.
And I was like,
because he went to go hit him, and he just held it back.
Yeah.
See, I wish I would have saw the fight. I mean, I did see the right when they raised his hand is when I turned it on. Like I literally, they were like, and still reigning champ, and they said his name, and I was like, oh well, there goes the fight. But I mean, in the press game, post game or conference, when the guy goes up there and talks to them, he mentioned, that kid was the future. He's just young. So I wonder what you guys are saying if that was the case. He didn't want to embarrass the damn kid. Like he was putting a whooping on him.
He was. That kid could take. He was taking some lick. He was taking them and eating them. I was like,
"Yep."
My face was hurting for him. I was like, "What?"
He was
down.
He was eating a lot of those punches because you would just see his head like doosh, doosh, just bounce back.
I saw his face at the end of the fight, and I was just like, "Yeah." And I'm looking at Canelo. I'm like, "Did this fight even happen, or did that dude get beat up on his own?" Because Canelo looked clean.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
don't get me wrong.
He didn't have no nothing in the whole fight. He didn't do anything in the whole fight.
No, he was getting them some.
Yeah, he was. Was it the 9th round or 10th round? I thought Canelo was playing possum, but I think he really hurt him. But I think he wasn't sure if Canelo was playing possum or not, so he didn't go in for it.
Okay. He was scared to get knocked down, probably.
Correct, because when in the 5th round, that's when he was letting his hands loose, and that's when he got knocked down.
Okay, and I noticed that about these good, boxers who really just know what they're doing. I think about Gervonta Davis and the Garcia fight. Like Gervonta Davis went in there respecting Garcia, but when Garcia was throwing his hands and Gervonta Davis just knew how to counter and took his time, and he eventually knocked him out. That's real, what's the word that I'm looking for? Strategic, but also when someone does things for a long time, I can't think of the word. They know what they're doing. What's the word that I'm looking for?
Veteran.
When someone's seasoned. The veteran, like you can tell that was a vet response, right? Like in those moments, and it sounds to me like Canelo, took care of the young kid, showed his history of fighting and what type of fighter he is. That's what it sounds like to me from you guys.
Yeah, he was blocking a lot of shots too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It just seemed like the kid was trying to block and just punches were getting through. It was like he's putting his hands up and then boom,
Getting right. Yeah. It was like one
hitting.
point.
Yep. And they were trying to go for body shots. You could just tell they were going after each other in that body.
Mhm. I thought it was, but I thought I liked it because there was no holding. I mean, late in the round we got a couple, but like it wasn't. They were holding all fight.
Like the Ryan Garcia fight.
I was just about to say
I mean
that.
that kid was Devin Haney was trying not to go down. I mean, the dude had no legs under him, like no legs after that first knockdown.
Well, one.
I mean, not even because after that first knockdown, the round 2 and 3, he was coming back for him, and then just got away from him. Man, that was a bad fight.
Yeah.
What do you and speaking on that fight, Jordan put it, Canelo don't do roids. What do you think about the news of Ryan Garcia with the steroids and him denying it? I still haven't seen any medical exam proof of the roids and the whole connection with the doctor and Devin Haney, and then someone like Gervonta Davis who beat Garcia, saying that Garcia didn't take any roids, that people are lying. What do you guys think about that? I know that's probably not part of Shop Talk, but I thought we mentioned.
We're on that.
What do you guys think about that?
I think, in my opinion, if he was positive, they would have caught it before. That's just my opinion.
So some people are saying that the test takes a couple days for results. I don't know how true that is. I don't know. I don't know if Kenneth or anyone in the comments has experience or knows the boxing UFC world and how those tests are taken. But I'm sure if you take the test, it's to verify if they're on roids before going into the fight, right? Like that would make sense.
One before and after. So I feel like if they had any hint that something came out, looking crazy, and they're looking at the test and they're like, okay, I think they would have been like, we're not fighting. Yeah. One, he already came in overweight, and then something's popping up on his test, they would have said no. Or why put yourself in that situation if you know you're gonna get, your butt kicked? It's
I think it's this the Haney camp, which I can't stand as a fan of boxing. I don't think he used roids. I think it's like Vanessa said, where's the proof? Like, show us the report, because I think they're just trying to find some excuse as to why he lost the way he lost.
Yeah.
Outside of he was just a better fighter.
Yeah. And even them saying it, taints it a little bit. Because now you have that thought, right?
Yeah.
And it sucks. It sucks for boxing, and it's funny because I don't follow the Haney camp that often, and a lot of people say the same thing you say. The camp is just, everyone from that side. But listen, I like what Chosen Fit has put. Team Tank. I am Team Tank. I love Gervonta Davis. And I'm a big Garcia fan. When they took that fight, I thought it was too early for Garcia, and it showed. And also the hydration clause, that sucked. Because you can see the difference in fighting that Garcia was, and you can tell he don't need to be down at that weight. So, listen, man, boxing has been good the last couple fights. But you got anything else you want to talk about this fight, or do you want to go to the next topic? Up to you.
No, the fight was pretty much it, and I like that we kind of connected the other fight. Because there is a difference. There was a lot of holding, They
were dancing in the last fight.
Yeah. This fight you could tell was a little bit more strategic, more, they were very thoughtful on how they were hitting. And it wasn't like they were running around. They probably held the whole fight maybe 3 times.
Okay. Wow.
So
I think Canelo was like, I just need a break.
Yeah.
So, he was throwing 50 punches around.
My boy is tired, huh?
And I give it to the young kid too. He came in and he was trying to work it, And that was big for him. Canelo's a big name in the Mexican community as well. So for him, that's someone he looked up to, or he looks up to, and the fact to fight him, he wanted to show him I'm a fighter too. So I think that was a good performance.
Nice.
I do have one thing. I don't know if you caught it, Vanessa. I forgot who was calling the fight, but he said it like 3 times, and I was like, why does he keep saying this? He kept saying a Mexican fighter versus a Mexican fighter. We're in the 10th round.
Yes.
Mexican versus Mexican in the 12th round. I was like, wait, do 2 Mexican fighters fight? Do they not go the distance ever? Like, I was confused.
I don't know. We were saying that too. We're like, why is the commentators like keep saying that? Like, they kept saying, "Oh, it's Cinco de Mayo," like da da da. And my father-in-law was like, "Yo, if he says it one more time," like he was upset. Like, why do they keep saying that? We get it. And I'm like, I was
upset. I'm like, what is going on? Why do you keep saying this? Like,
so wait,
correct.
So he kept bringing up like them being from the Mexican culture, and just kept saying it
for no reason. It wasn't like someone said something that would trigger a thought. Like, he would just say it, and everyone else
so
was
weird.
Like he would.
Yeah, he said it. He kept saying it for a few times, and we're like, okay, we get it. It's the one thing to say it in the beginning,
correct?
And I get it, even if you want to say it at the very end. But it was just like, okay, how many more times are you gonna say it?
Yeah. Listen, people just try their hardest to show that they accept certain things, and they do too much.
Yeah.
And I think we got it the first time, bro. We understand. Wow, that's funny.
Why is he saying this?
That was funny. And then I didn't know if you wanted to finish up shop talk with your favorite topic to talk about.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, and I know we're all happy. We're all happy where hip hop is right now. And I know my guy Soul by the Pound, Chosen Fitteds, Kenneth, you're here. This Drake versus Kendrick, right? Before we get into it, we know what's going on. Kendrick, I feel like he has a lot more to write, or he has a lot more written that he hasn't released. But even before getting into the actual music, right, and the lyrics and stuff, do you guys feel like one is lying or both is lying? And if you feel like that, does the battle feel even real then? Because if you listen to the lyrics on both of these guys, they're both saying these things about each other, but is it real? Because in the beginning of the battle, right, it was talking about big three, who's better, you know what I'm saying, talking about things that we know are real, even the ab lines, you know what I'm saying, those kind of things. But now getting into the personal life and OVO's snitching. Okay, they're snitching. How do you know they're snitching to you about the things that you think they're telling you about that are real? What if they're lying to you and setting you up? Like, do those like, what's going on there? Explain this to me. Let me know what you guys think, because as a hip hop fan, right, in the beginning, and listen, Euphoria is probably my favorite song out of all the songs that have dropped. I can listen to it. I know the lyrics, like I can flow with the song. What do you, as hip hop fans, right? Where is the line that you say, all right, I don't want no more? Because now it's like, and hear me when the reason why I'm saying this is just because now it's like, all right, is there truth to this or is there not? Is Drake really a pedophile, or is it a stretch? Is where's it become hip hop and rap and hip hop and memes, even Drake's posts and all that stuff? So I just want to know y'all thoughts about it on that perspective.
I don't know if it's true, of course, because we don't know these people personally or anything like that. But I feel like right now it's beyond the whole beef thing. Like, I feel like Kendrick is going for blood. Like, that was just murder. Like, he's going to come out with everything that he possibly either heard, knows, or whatever and just finish this. He's probably tired of going tit for tat, and he just was like, "That's it. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish you up."
Before you go, Kenneth, Kendrick, So by the Pound said Kendrick said that Aubrey was gonna lie. He forewarned everyone, and I get that. But what if Kendrick's lying? How do we know who's really telling the truth here? Because Drake's verse is he's saying that his baby mom's is, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's
but you
going
made a
on
good
here?
point when we were talking about the fight. It taints you still though, right? When you hear something, you maybe might not believe it, but you start thinking about it like, okay, shoot, is that true?
Like Drake calling him the Black Messiah, but he's dating and talking about who Drake's dating, but he's over here dating someone who's mixed, right? So like those bars has weight to it too. Let's not ignore that.
Yeah.
So are we picking and choosing because it sounds like we want to believe that Drake is this guy that Kendrick is saying, or is it that's not? Is that the truth? You know what I'm saying? That's where I'm coming from.
Okay. So I think so everything that each of them have said, there's been rumors about it in the past. Like Kendrick addressed the beating of his baby mom on what's the Breakfast Club a few years back. They brought it up. He addressed it.
Yeah.
Drake, there's been the accusations of him sleeping with underage girls. There's been the accusation of a daughter from a 2015 article. So it's like they're bringing back up things. Yeah, they're bringing back up things that they've heard. Like Vanessa said, we don't know if they're true. We don't know them, but it makes you think. And then there was even a video that resurfaced from 2021 about when Kendrick mentioned about his personal Tinder, about there was these girls that were talking in the video in the interview for some like internet hip hop thing on how they met Drake. Yeah, like how they met Drake, and they met him they were interviewed by his people, and if they made it, they were brought back to the hotel.
To a hotel, and he would sleep with them.
So
and then
he would sleep with them, and then they would go. Okay. So it's like where there's smoke, there could be fire, but we don't know because it could just be smoke. But like Vanessa said, you put it on them, it's on them.
Yeah.
And
that's what
I think it's the way they deliver it.
And Kendrick's delivering it very well.
He's delivering.
And the thing is too is like about him hiding another kid. He did it before, and the only reason it came out is because Pusha T said it. Right? So it's like when you have that same following of you did it once, what makes you think you won't do it again? Or how things would look. So it's hard to say if it's lies or not, in my opinion. But I mean, you never know. This beef has been going on for a cool minute.
With the OVO snitching, Pusha T mentioned the OVO snitching. The Weeknd mentioned that he has snitches in OVO. Before, so it's like somebody has snitching somewhere because you dropped a song called "Family Matters," and then 10 minutes later we get "Meet the Grams." So
I mean, it's true. So can Drake save himself?
I don't think so.
Not in this battle. He's better off focusing on Ye, A$AP Rocky, and Rick Ross at this point.
So you guys are calling automatic L right now.
I would say so. Me and Kenneth talked last night, and he was like, "Yo, you have to listen to it." So this morning before we jumped on, I started listening to it, and I was like, "Let me look at these lyrics," and I was just like, he's put, "You called Future when you didn't see the club. Little baby helped you get your lingo up." Like there's just like so many things that he's just coming after him. I don't think he could come out of this.
Yeah, like he's trying. Like I liked Push-Ups, and I liked Family Matters, but then when he started Family Matters, I was like, oh, okay. And then here we go with the singing. I'm like, stop singing. You can't sing with this dude. And then, but then
I thought the same thing.
My thing with Push-Ups and Family Matters, I get it. You got Ross, A$AP Rocky, Kanye, all these other people coming at you. Who cares about them? there's only one person that's literally peeling you back layer by layer, and that's Kendrick. Focus on Kendrick Lamar. And the one time he focused on Kendrick Lamar was the AI with Tupac and Snoop. So it came off corny.
And did that come off corny to you?
The AI part came off. It was creative, but it was corny at the same time. Like I would have rather him just me what he did. He was just rapping on the Taylor Made. Like just do that. Just come at Kendrick yourself.
So I see that now when Kendrick came in, not what's the other one, Meet the Grams, when he's talking to, I felt like he kind of made a play towards like the Tupac and the Snoop, like it was kind of similar, you know.
Correct, but he didn't. But that's what if to me, if Drake had did it like just like those, if he wanted to do that, then don't use the AI. Just you do it.
I see what you're saying. Listen, I'm trying to put myself in a place where I'm not a fan of either, because I'm a huge fan of Drake and I'm a huge fan of Kendrick. Yeah. You know, listen, I hate that this is happening, but I love it at the same time. And I don't want to choose. I'm sorry. But I will say that Kendrick has the upper hand right now in what I see. And, you know, I really hope that Drake can come out with something fire that'll change all of our perspectives, because I think everyone thinks, including me, that Kendrick's got this dub. And I just hope that we can get something where we're not like, well, I'm tired of this, I don't want to hear it, because that's the other thing. Now it's like, where do us as fans are like, all right, we had enough.
I think that's where I'm at too. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Like this is good. You finished it.
What do you think, Kenneth?
Look,
your honest opinion.
The hip hop fan in me wants this all summer. I want this. Just brings me back to like, neither one of them are Jay and Nas, but when Jay and Nas was going at it, because then Jay was going at it with the Locks and he was going at it with all these other people. But when you got these two going at it, like just go at it. But I think Drake, if you're gonna respond, I think he shouldn't respond. I think he should just wave the white flag and focus on Ye, Ross, and the others. But if you're gonna respond, rap. Don't sing.
Yeah.
I mean, think about it. The last two tracks Kendrick got, he got Alchemist and DJ Mustard to produce. He produced a club song. He produced a hip hop song, and then he had Euphoria, where he's doing 4 different songs in one, and even uses the Toronto slang and Drake. He's doing everything that Drake can do better. So Drake has to go back to old mixtape Drake. That's what I think he needs. And he's gonna have to, like, I don't know if you guys remember when Jay and Nas and Jay dropped the Blueprint 2 song. He's gonna have to like unleash the flutes on Kendrick to even have if he wants to continue this. No memes. I don't want to see no Instagram. Just come out and do it, or just be done.
Yeah, I think you said it. You said it right, man. He really has to, because in the beginning of it, I feel like the way he's attacked certain, I think he tried to come from it in a perspective that no one expected from him, and I think that's hurt him. You know, because everyone expected him to just rap, to go bar, but he wanted to be himself so much that it's kind of hurting him. You know, because he's a singer rapper, right? I think he's got to come out with a heavy track, like 4 p.m. in Calabasas track. Like, I need something. I need something like, you know what I'm saying? I need a timestamp. Give me a timestamp, because one, seeing a timestamp, there's respect in that all the way.
Correct.
I don't know. Listen, this conversation will continue. I think we all know where this battle stands, and I think we all can agree that, you know, Kendrick is up right now. His delivery, everything that he's done has been to the T and what we expected from Kendrick. I think it's fair to say us not hearing from Kendrick for a while too also helps because we get some Kendrick songs.
I thank Drake for that.
You know, thank you, Drake. And listen, every week we've been talking about this battle for the last 3-4 weeks. It's been great talk, great shop talk. We've been talking boxing. This show, honestly, I don't want it to end, and it's been so much fun. Kenneth, I don't think this will be the last time that we have you up here. That's for sure.
Whenever you guys want me, I'm you got me.
So, I mean, listen, what we like to do on our shows on Thursdays is always give, you know, our guests opportunity to tell us what they got coming next, you know, what to expect from you. So in this moment, as we get away from shop talk, I want to turn it over back to you because I know you led the last segment. Let us know what you got coming out and what we should be expecting. And yeah.
Oh, cool. So, like I said, we're going from screen printing on quality blanks that we were using at first to our own made T-shirts, hoodies. The first cut and sew product will be here in a couple weeks. They're literally on their way in the air to us. They're socks. Of course, I mean, I wear a lot of socks. I wear a lot of sneakers. I probably have more socks than sneakers, crazy enough. So the first cut and sew product will be available as the socks 1.0. We have a 2.0 that's already ready in production. So, you know, my whole thing is to always make stuff for everyone to be fresh and different price points for everybody. Because I know, you know, you have kids, you have whatever, so you gotta want to have something for everybody. So yeah, we got T-shirts, the cut and sew T-shirts. Those will be next after that. We have the socks first, T-shirts. We're working on a fitted trucker hat since I can't get a New Era deal. We are working with a company to make our own fitted trucker, Gentleman Soul.
Nice.
And, we are also, the reason why I'm up late, I'm talking to another manufacturer because we're working on our first sneaker also.
Wow.
I was going to send you the picture. I'll send you guys the picture though after this.
Yeah.
The mock-up of the sneaker. It's a runner. So,
dude, that is so cool.
That is cool.
The hoodies are even more fun because they're like super heavyweight, 650 grams GSM, but you can wear it on a cool, like summer day still because they're all 100% cotton, pre-shrunk. And we try to be economically friendly. Also, we made sure we found a manufacturer that was doing that.
That's important.
Environment. And at the same time, like I said, I want to be able to do different price points. So we will also be selling blanks, but stuff not printed also.
That's cool.
We're going to do blanks for 2-packs. I just want to make sure everybody can get what they want, how they want it. I may even do something crazy like design your own tee. We had the website up where we took it down because I wasn't happy. That's my other problem.
Perfectionist.
Yeah.
It was fine. It was literally, I had people look at it, they're like, oh, it's great. I was like, nope, I don't like it. So I took the whole thing and rebuilt it out. But like I was telling Vanessa, like I even will do designs for like other people. I have like a barbershop that I'm doing some stuff for. And I do it just because I enjoy doing it. I have fun. I'm designing a T-shirt with my kids. They created these little characters, so you know, we try to have a lot of stuff coming out. We got all our tees and clothing and hoodies are unisex, but we are going to come with some straight women sizing too. That's also cut and sew. So we have those samples that are actually on their way to us right now. And I know I'm probably doing it backwards because normally people just buy blanks and just print. I did that last year just to get going, but like I really want us to do something that we own and control, that I know that is environment friendly, because you had a lot of these companies are saying, oh yeah, we're environment friendly, whatever, and then you do research, you're like, nah, you weren't.
Yeah.
takes more time, a little bit more money to get it done, but I'd rather do that to provide a quality for everybody. And I'll let you guys know. I think only Capson Curls, she got a printed one, but you guys are all, I finally figured out talking to Vanessa last night what to send you guys. So I did a summer music fest t-shirt design. There's like 5 designs, so I'll be sending them one out to you.
Woo! I like that. I like the sound of that. Kenneth, man, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I know that you know, on the show you showed us so much love and support, and hearing that you have all this going on, it's like, wow, where does this guy find the time? So thank you for taking the time to de-stress, de-steam, and just chill in our comments and just be there, just chilling and vibing with us. So we really appreciate that. Look, from the bottom of my heart, I really do appreciate the love and support that you show us. Thank you so much for joining us today. Vanessa, do you have anything that you want to say?
No, I mean, I keep telling him we appreciate you so much. You know, we appreciate you sharing that. You didn't have to share that. You know, some people hold that really close to their heart because they want to wait till the final product. When that happens too, we love to support. You know, we're not a team of like, we just ask for handouts and stuff. Let us know, you know, we'll post it everywhere. We'll try to get, you know, as many people to tap in with you. When you have product, we can go and do a live or anything like that, you know, to help out just as much as you help us out.
I appreciate it. And like I said, you guys are dope. I feel like you're like extended family not only within the community. I vibe with everybody connected to you guys, and all the episodes I've tapped into and chatted with were the best, were fun, but the best and funniest is still when you guys had your spouses on. I need that pinwheel hat. I gotta find me a pinwheel hat. I'm looking for one.
That's funny.
Oh, man, listen. Well, I mean, right now, man, this is where we gotta say goodbye. It seems like the end of a sad movie, but it's not over, man.
This is in my head right now. Like, now the time is coming. It's like in my head right now.
Listen, guys, you know what we do every Sunday? We have coffee chat with you. We had our wonderful friend, Gentleman Soul, join us this week, being our first guest ever on the show. This Thursday, we have another show, Caps and Curveballs, where we talk about our hats that are coming out of the week, sports. We talk hat community, and we always have a little curveball at the end. So tune in Thursday. We're close to 500 subscribers. So if you know anyone who's looking for, you know, people talking about hats, talking about sneakers, talking about sports, we do it all here. Send them over our channel, hit subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
Peace.